I was invited to go early back, my early career to Puerto Rico, and by Dory Funk Jr. And I'd always heard, man, it's bad over there. So I turned him down, right away. So years later, I went over there, to work with Cologne and stuff, but it wasn't as bad, man. The fans, they keep the fans so far away from the ring. It's like, they're like way out there. You don't even have like ringside seats. But they'd still chunk batteries and stuff like that at you. They'd bring in like batteries and big old batteries you put in flashlights. They'd chunk.
Man, that hurts, man.
Boy, I'd kill you.
They sell them the M&Ms and Milk Duds before the match, and it was just a constant rain of M&Ms and Milk Duds during your match.
Yeah, it was always something. But I mean, actual hands-on and all that, I didn't have no problem like that in Puerto Rico. But just like I said, just batteries and basic, stuff, But back in the heyday, they say it was really bad over there with the fans. I passed on that. I didn't want to mess with that. But when I went back later, it wasn't bad. I had some good matches with Cologne. He was up in age, but it didn't matter to man. People in Puerto Rico loved Carlos Colon. It didn't matter. So he'd jump up and halfway do his little toe touch. He didn't have really the legs to get up and do it much anymore, but he'd give it a little touch, and it still popped big for him. So that was
Did you go over there before and after Brody? What happened with Brody, or?
Oh yeah, this is way after the Brody incident.
Okay.
Yeah, this is way out. This is probably in the 90s, the late 90s.
Okay.
98, 99. It was after that, but.
I remember Rod, you were telling me didn't you go? I can't remember, Rod. Didn't you go like right after that happened?
Yeah, we were the first. We were the first Americans back over there after they killed Brody.
That's what I thought, and man, I told you, I was like, man, you're brave, man. Man,
the fans didn't kill him. I mean, we know that.
Yeah.
It was the actual, the promoter or whoever the dude was there. It wasn't somebody,
Yeah.
I mean, but
that's true.
I ain't saying nothing against nobody. Like I said, I don't want to talk bad about anybody, but I'd been around Bruiser a lot, and Bruiser was he was kind of hard to get for promoters to work with. It was his way or basically no way.
Right.
I mean, that's just the way he was, and I don't know exactly what happened over there. I've heard stories or rumors, whatever, but he was hard for promoters to work with. I'll be honest about that.
That's all I've heard. That's all I've ever heard. He was just hard to deal with, and when he was down there, they wanted to throw away, and he wanted to do it his. And however it went down, it's moot anyway.
Yes.
But,
it's all now it's all history now. I hate to he could have been he was already a gigantic star, but I mean in Japan and places, but even in the States he was a big name star. But if he would have lived long enough for WWE and stuff like that, my gosh, he would have been gigantic.
Yeah.
I mean, he would have made a boatload of money if he would if he could have got along with Vince, which is probably hard to do.
It's pretty much a hard thing in itself.
Yeah, exactly. For him especially, because he, like I said, he was his own man. He wanted it, his way. So I doubt he would have survived too long up there. You're not going to have it your own way working for Vince McMahon.